Flipping it. That has just finished. The Apple March 8th event has just concluded, and let's go over what's been announced. So before we get to the fun stuff that's just been announced, we're going to go over the boring bit. Apple TV Plus, as normal, which I was expecting. And for probably just Americans, you can watch baseball on a Friday. Okay, we're done with that bit. Now the iPhone. We was expecting a green iPhone 13 and 13 mini, but we weren't expecting a green 13 Pro. This is amazing to see, as it's sort of going back to the older iPhone 11 midnight green, which everyone loved. We've also had the new new iPhone SE with the 4-core GPU, so it's not the one the same found in the Pro, it's one found in the regular phones, in midnight, starlight and red colours. Ceramic shield, 5G, better battery life, but they didn't say how much better, so this could just be we'll wait and see what happens with that, because I don't think it can be that much better with the 5G. They dragged on talking about how it's better than other models and not better than the last model, because it's probably not going to be much better. It comes in at $429. I'm not quite sure the pound conversion of that, because Apple's a bit different. I'm filming this straight after the event has concluded. But a big surprise to see is the iPad Air now features the M1 chip with the 8-core GPU, which is faster than my M1 MacBook Air with the 7-core GPU. It's only slightly faster, but it's sort of annoying for me to see that an iPad much cheaper than the MacBook is faster than it. But anyway, it's great to see. Centre Stage is a lovely addition, as it was the last iPad that didn't feature Centre Stage, because even the base model 9th gen did. It now has 5G, and it also comes with I think a Thunderbolt port, because I said the USB-C port's 2 times faster, so maybe USB-C 4, just depending on what standard they're using on that. And it also comes in at $599. But the stuff you've come here to see is the M1 Ultra. This is using a die-to-die connector using 2 M1 Max socks, supporting up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory. That is an incredible amount of memory, especially with the unified architecture, because it's so efficient. Comes with a 20-core GPU with 16 high power cores and 4 efficiency cores. It'd be nice to see it would be more 20 high instead of the 4 efficiency cores, because really you don't need that much efficiency. But obviously Apple like talking about the efficiency of their products, especially with the current global environmental crisis. It also comes with a 64-core GPU, which is phenomenal. That is a lot of power, because the way we've seen the M1 product scale, this is going to be twice as fast than the M1 Max 32-core GPU. The CPU is supposedly more powerful than a Intel 12900K, which you thought Apple would come out to say, as obviously Apple want to make sure their new chip is better than the competition they've just moved away from. But that has now been put into the Mac Studio, a new product category for Apple, never seen before. We've had the Mac Pro, we've had iMacs, but we've never had sort of a mid-level desktop, because we have the Mac Mini, which is more entry-level, more budget, slightly less powerful. But the M1 has 2 fans, and it's sort of using the cheese grater-ish design of the Mac Pro, but not using it all the way. In terms of ports, we've got 4 Thunderbolt ports on the back, a 10 gigabit Ethernet port, 2 USB-A ports, which is surprising to see in 2022 for Apple, a HDMI port, and a high impedance headphone jack. And on the M1 Max version, of the front USB-C ports are just USB-C. But on the M1 Ultra, you've got 2 more Thunderbolt ports. If you get the M1 Ultra, you've got 6 Thunderbolt ports on this, which is more than any other M1 and is rivaling that of the Mac Pro. You've also got an SD card slot, and it can support up to 4 Pro Display XDRs and a 4K TV simultaneously. I don't know how the hell someone's got that much room for that many pixels, but if you need it, you can have it and it will work. So, for the M1 Max, you've got 50% more CPU than a 16-core Xeon. The GPU side, I didn't take any numbers down for the iMac, because that's not worth a comparison, I don't think. the M1 Max compared to the 5700X is 3.4 times faster than the Mac Pro, that's phenomenal. The Mac Pro is meant to be the top, and this is only the lower model silicon, but the Ultra, compared to the 16-core Mac Pro, is 90% more powerful, and the 28-core Mac Pro it's 60% more powerful. That monster of a machine of the Mac Pro will set you back about 30 grand. This thing's going to set you about 4, which is amazing to see, the performance per watt and also the price per performance. It's also supposedly 80% faster in graphics compared to the Mac Pro's top of the line W6900X in GPU power. You can have up to 128 gigabytes of RAM for that, so that is more than the current 64 gigabyte limit on other professional grade GPUs. So that is amazing. You can also have it in an 8 terabyte capacity. This allows you to have 18 streams of ProRes 8K footage, which I use one stream of 4K at 30 on an iPhone 13. So that is obviously way out of what I need, and I'm definitely not going to be getting one. But for the M1 Max, it's $2,000 for the M1 Max version of the Studio, and $4,000 for the M1 Ultra. The Studio display, this is probably one of the best announcement here. You got it looks like the 24-inch iMac but bigger. You've also got the option for a Pro stand, so you've got height as well, and a VESA adapter option. It's a 27-inch monitor, 14.7 million pixels at a 218 pixels per inch, meaning it's a 5K Retina screen, which is super crisp for 27-inch. 4K's probably overkill for 27-inch as well, so 5K is going to look so crisp, just like the 27-inch iMacs. Also supports P3 wide color and a nano texture option found on the current 27-inch iMacs and the Pro Display XDR. That'll obviously set you back more money, as the current Pro displays coming in at $1,600. So I think that the price of that is pretty good for what you're getting. That's probably something I'm not be getting, but that is something, if you need it, and you know you need it, it's going to be an amazing option for you. But the display also comes with an A13 Bionic chip with a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, meaning for the first time a Mac has center stage. Center stage on the Mac is going to be absolutely amazing. Bigger screen, so more people can see it, more people can fit into the frame, and if you do that many FaceTime calls, you're going to be the talk of the town. You're gonna look amazing. You're also going to sound amazing with the 3 mic array, studio array, which Mac microphones have always been renowned for being pretty good. And you're also going to hear the other people amazingly with the 6 speakers. And if it's anything to do with any other Mac speakers, these are going to be the bee's knees in terms of speakers. Supporting spatial audio like the 24-inch iMac. You also on the back have 3 USB-C ports that support 10 gigabits transfer speeds, and also 1 Thunderbolt port which provides 96 watts of power to your MacBook, so you can use any MacBook, any Mac computer. It can fast charge a 14-inch MacBook Pro, and between the Mac Pro you can use 3 studio monitors with a MacBook Pro. They've also updated the Magic Keyboard and Magic Mouse and the trackpad to come in a silver and black option, also with Touch ID. And as I said, it comes in at $15.99, which for an Apple event that was looking to be an iPad and an iPhone, this is next level. This is more than people were expecting for about a couple of months when the news came about this event. But for a couple of days we have been expecting the Mac Studio, but not this level of performance and the quality of the display, and also the price. I think the price of the display, it'd be nice if it was slightly cheaper, but I think for what you're getting, it is absolutely amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you enjoyed watching the event, and I'll see you in the next one.